Imagine this. You're coming home after a long, exhausting day. The only thing you've been dreaming about for the last few hours is scooping your fluffy companion into your arms, burying your face in that soft, warm fur, and finally feeling that rhythmic, healing purr. But the moment you reach for them, your cat tenses up, skillfully wiggles out of your grasp, and scurries into the other room, leaving you standing there in total confusion. Don't they love me anymore? Are they mad because I was gone so long? These thoughts cross every cat owner's mind. But the truth is, your cat adores you. It's just that you might have just broken every rule of feline etiquette. Today, we're going to learn how to say hello in a language that even the most fastidious cat will appreciate. Hello, everyone, and a warm welcome to all cat lovers, and those of you thinking about inviting a little ball of fur into your lives. Welcome to our cozy space, where we learn to better understand the creatures who share our homes and our hearts. We often fall into the trap of thinking of cats as little humans in fur coats. We assume our human gestures, big hugs, kisses, excited voices, are universal and understood by every living being. But a cat's world is a completely different reality. It's a world of subtle scents, microscopic tail movements, and barely perceptible glances. For a cat, the way you step through the doorway and the very first move you make toward them determines their comfort and trust for the rest of the evening. A bad greeting isn't just a minor mistake. It's a tiny brick in a wall of misunderstanding. Today, we'll dive deep into the biology and psychology of the feline greeting, ensuring your reunions are always filled with warmth and mutual respect. Let's start by looking at the wild world to see how the ancestors of our domestic tigers communicate. When two friendly cats meet, they never rush in for a hug. Their ritual almost always begins with what we call nose-to-nose contact. This isn't just a polite gesture, it's a high-speed data exchange. In that brief moment, cats touch noses and investigate scents around the head and neck. For a cat, this is the equivalent of a digital handshake or scanning a QR code. In fractions of a second, they gather information about their partner's health, mood, and even where they've been and what they've eaten. It might sound strange to us, but for a cat, your finger or palm gently extended at their nose level is the most polite. Good afternoon, may I introduce myself? By letting the cat come to you and sniff your hand, you're giving them the most valuable gift of all, the power of choice and a sense of control. It's like being introduced to someone who respects your personal space instead of forcing an unwanted embrace. It's informative, calm, and perfectly safe. But the nose is just the beginning of our journey into feline meaning. Let's shift our gaze slightly higher and look at the main mood indicator, the feline antenna. If your cat approaches you with their tail held vertically high, congratulations, you are officially invited to interact. This is the highest sign of trust and friendliness. Sometimes the tip of the tail might be slightly hooked, resembling a question mark. This means, I'm so happy to see you. What's the plan for today? Biologically, this behavior is rooted in kittenhood, when kittens greet their mother this way. An adult cat raising their tail for you is acknowledging you as a close friend and protector. However, keep in mind, if the tail is tucked, hidden between the legs, or more seriously, flicking sharply from side to side, the cat is flashing a red light. In these moments, they feel insecure or even threatened, and even your kindest words might be taken the wrong way. Once we understand the body language, we often make the next most common mistake, trying to close the distance too quickly. We see our kitty, and out of pure love, we immediately hoist them into the air. But let's remember evolution for a moment. In the wild, a cat is both a predator and potential prey. And the only thing that grabs a cat from above and rips them off the ground is a large predator, like a hawk or a coyote. For many cats, especially the more sensitive ones, a sudden lift to human height causes an instant spike in stress hormones. The cat feels the loss of ground beneath their paws. They become disoriented and instinctively go into survival mode. Even if your pet is used to being held, that suddenness makes them uneasy. The best advice here is simple. Instead of grabbing the cat, get down to their level. Make yourself a little smaller, a little more cat-like. By crouching down, you stop looking like an imposing mountain, and the communication begins on equal ground. But it's not just movement that matters in that first moment of contact. There's a barrier we can't see with our eyes, but the cat feels it from a mile away. We perceive the world primarily through sight, but cats perceive it through their noses. Their sense of smell is dozens of times sharper than ours. Now imagine this. You come home from the outside world carrying a scent cocktail on your clothes and hands. Exhaust fumes, a colleague's perfume, the smell of a neighbor's dog, or heaven forbid, the scent of oranges or household cleaners. To a cat, you aren't just their favorite human in that moment. You are a walking cloud of alarming stimuli. If you reach for them immediately, those sharp smells literally hit their sensitive receptors. Give your cat a few minutes to acclimate to your return. Let them sniff your bags or shoes from a safe distance. This is their way of reading the morning paper and confirming that the world around them is still safe. What if the smells are fine and you're acting calm, but the connection still feels a bit off? Perhaps the issue lies in your eyes. In the animal kingdom, a direct, unblinking stare is either a challenge to a fight or the sign of a predator marking its prey. If you walk into a room and stare straight into your cat's pupils, you're unconsciously making them nervous. They read it as aggression or pressure. But we have a secret trick, something behaviorists call the slow blink or the cat kiss. Look at your pet, give a soft smile, and slowly, very slowly, close your eyes for a second, then look away. You are literally saying in their language, "I trust you so much that I'm willing to close my eyes in your presence. You are safe." It is an incredibly powerful tool for bonding. Try it, and you'll see your cat respond with that same slow, trusting blink. Speaking of physical contact, there's an old and quite harmful habit we need to leave in the past. I'm talking about scruffing, lifting an adult cat by the back of the neck. There's a myth that since mother cats carry kittens this way, it must be natural. But that is a huge misconception. Kittens have a specific limpness reflex when scruffed, and they weigh almost nothing. An adult cat, however, weighs several pounds. Lifting an adult by the scruff is painful, frightening, and stressful. It's not a greeting, it's an act of dominance that can cause actual muscle damage. If you want to show affection and pick your cat up, always do it properly. One hand supporting the chest, the other providing a solid base under the hind legs. A cat needs to feel that the ground beneath them is secure, even if that ground is your arms. Let's leave the scruffing behind and talk about what true friendship sounds like. Cats are masters of vocal intonation. Have you noticed that adult cats almost never meow at each other? They reserve that sound specifically for us. They're somewhat slow and occasionally confused human friends. When you walk in, listen to the quiet sounds your cat makes. A short questioning murp, or a soft, barely audible trill. If you respond by shouting excitedly, "Oh my God, who's the cutest little fluffy wuffy?" your cat might actually be deafened by your enthusiasm. Imagine if a friend didn't just say hi, but suddenly screamed right in your ear. Not very pleasant, right? Try responding to your cat at the same volume and in the same tone. A quiet, calm voice and soft inflections create that atmosphere of safety where a cat will want to stay close to you. Finally, the biggest secret to the perfect greeting is knowing when to stop. Some days a cat just isn't in the mood for close contact. Maybe they were busy watching a bird outside, or they just fell into a deep sleep. If your cat gently pulls away, flattens their ears, or simply walks off when you approach, don't take it personally. Don't chase them. Respecting personal boundaries and their right to some me time is perhaps the highest form of love. By giving your cat space today, you are building a foundation of trust so that tomorrow, they'll be the ones coming to you, demanding your attention. Cats deeply appreciate those who understand their need for independence. To wrap up our conversation today, I want to say, cats are creatures of nuance and subtlety. For them, it's not the strength of your hug that matters, but the delicacy of your attention. Let them take the initiative. Offer them your hand to sniff, give them a cat kiss through a slow blink, and always listen to their body language. Remember that in the eyes of your little hunter, you are a giant, sometimes loud and confusing, but very much loved companion. When we start following these simple rules of etiquette, our relationships with our pets reach a whole new level of depth and trust. Of course, your cat won't stop loving you if you occasionally smother them with affection. They'll probably just sigh and patiently endure your strange human ways once again. Now imagine how much happier and more grateful they'll be if one day you greet them exactly the way their mother taught them, calmly, respectfully, and with true love. If this video helped you peek into the mysterious soul of your pet, please give us a like. It really helps our channel grow and allows us to create more content like this. We'd love to hear from you. What is your cat's greeting ritual? Do they bolt for the door the second they hear your keys? Or do they prefer to greet you without even leaving their favorite sunny spot on the couch? Share your stories in the comments. We always love reading them. Take care of your furry friends, communicate with them mindfully, and remember that understanding starts with the little things. See you in the next video, where we'll continue to unravel the mysteries of the most amazing creatures in the world. Take care.